So today we will discuss about the new project. So that project is called Enhancement project. So very important project in real time point of view, and especially uh, who joined recently, like last 2 months, 3 months, or 6 months, or 1 year. So most of the cases, especially the new joiners who are putting some fake experience, 3 years, 4 years. So those persons, in my observation, like we have one community, right? So in that community, we observed most of the cases nowadays, this project are assigned to the recent joiners, enhancement project. So, what do you mean by enhancement project? How we are working with this enhancement project in real time? So, these are all things today we will discuss very briefly. Okay. And before that, I will tell one small point. Like I think all of you knows very well regarding how many projects we have in SAP. I think all of you knows very well. So first of all, the types of projects in SAP is Emma. So types of projects, especially I mentioned as S4 HANA. Okay, types of projects in SAP S4 HANA. So first one, the first project is nothing but implementation project. I think we are completed successfully. So implementation project, like how the implementation project starts and how we are working. Okay. So in that implementation project, what are the phases, especially for customized activity methodology? So we are discussing about plan preparation, design, build, and later test, and finally cut over, and finally we are moved to go live. So those are all phases earlier we discussed in SAP S4 HANA, and that too in our YouTube channel also we have that contents. So 5 phases, especially the customizing activate methodology, 5 phases. So earlier మన YouTube channel upload చేశాం and we have 5 videos. So if you have any doubts still, so please go through that videos, 5 videos. So watch one or two times or three times or whatever it is. So once you will get some clarity, some idea regarding how the implementation project are going in real time, and how the customized activate methodology maintained in organizations. So those things earlier we discussed. Okay, still anybody have any doubts, please go through that videos. And later in implementation project, how we are working, first of all, CR, change request created by the solution architect and process owner. So based on that CR, RFC will be created, right? So first CR, based on that CR, RFC created. RFC is nothing but request for change. So request for change created by design team. Design team.
Please share screen.
Oh, sorry. Still I am having. Please share the screen. Yes. Thank you, Andy. So based on this here, we are created design team create RFC. So in that RFC, they will maintain the configuration guide, like how we will configure each and every step. So regarding one scenario like enterprise structure, GL, AP, AR, asset accounting, or tax configuration, or Vim configuration, Ariba, or whatever it is. So those are all configurations. They will provide some configuration guide and as well as the input file also. So input file they will maintain one Excel. So based on that input and based on that configuration guide, so we will maintain our configuration. But usually configuration done by in CDs, in CDs. So once we are completed our configuration part in CD, for example, is there any mistakes, or is there any extension scope, or is there any some changes in business point of view? So then again we need to do some changes, right? So at that time, we need one incident. Based on that incident, again we will create one DC. So in that DC, we are corrected our changes. So this is the complete process flow of implementation project. Especially in implementation project, the main key point is design phase. So in the design phase, we have fit analysis workshop concept. So in that concept, how we will make this fit analysis and all. So already I explained earlier. Okay, please go through that videos also once again. And later, the second project is support project. So once implementation is completed, it means once our project is into go live, so later the support project comes into picture. So it means SAP using started by the business. While we are using SAP, the users will get some errors, some bugs, some criticalities. Then they will raise some incidents. Based on that incidents, we need to work in support project. And very important point, while we are working with a support project, usually we are not working with only incidents. ఓన్లీ మనం ఇన్సిడెంట్స్ తోనే వర్క్ చేయం. సో ఎస్టర్డే క్లాస్ లో చాలా బ్రీఫ్ గా చెప్పాము. ఇన్సిడెంట్స్ లో వర్క్ చేస్తాము అండ్ సర్వీస్ రిక్వెస్ట్ అండ్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్, problems and sometimes tasks, sometimes requests change, sometimes sometimes what are the other types?
Tickets.
Tickets, very good. So these are all the things. Usually support project అంటే ఏమనుకుంటారంటే 99% మెంబర్స్ అందరూ కూడా సో సింప్లీ వీఆర్ వర్కింగ్ విత్ ఇన్సిడెంట్స్ అని అనుకుంటారు. బట్ వెర్ ఇట్ కమ్స్ టు రియల్ టైమ్, సో వీఆర్ నాట్ ఓన్లీ వర్కింగ్ విత్ ఇన్సిడెంట్స్, వీఆర్ వర్కింగ్ విత్ service request, problems, tasks, some request changes, some tickets. So these are all the other forms of requests also, right? So these are all things we are worked in support project. In support project, usually in real time we have different teams also, like application support, global support, or production support. So based on your team, your roles and responsibilities, your incidents, your SRs will be defined, right? And the next, the third project is upgrade project. Upgrade project is nothing but version upgrade. So we need to upgrade our version, older version to new version. So mostly in upgrade project, there is no that much of scope for financial consultants. Okay, we have very less scope. Just we need to cross check. For example, is there any new functionality added in our new version? We can check whether that new function is exist in our system or not. That's it. Other than that, we don't do anything. Just some little bit configurations we have for version to version. So those things are we maintain in upgrade project. And the next project is rollout. For example, implementation project is mother and rollout is child. So this is part of implementation project. While we are working in implementation project, usually if you take any big organization, first of all we are implementing some countries and later we are implementing the remaining countries. The initial step we are called as implementation project. So later we are implementing our SAP to other countries. At that time, our project we are called as rollout project. That's not implementation project. And later data migration team, data migration project. So data migration project is also part of implementation project. This is not a separate project. Why? Because especially while we are working with SAP S4 HANA, while we are working with SAP S4 HANA implementation, our client, our business, earlier they are using some X software, some Y software. So we need to transfer those softwares data into our new softwares. So at that time, our project we are called as data migration, but where it comes to in real time, so there is no data migration project. Simply this data migration is also part of implementation project. In that implementation project, we have one data migration team. So those team will perform data migration activities. Those work are mainly they are converted database, they are taken data from the old software to new software. So that is the data migration project. And later testing project. So testing project is also part of implementation project. Testing project is also part of implementation project, where in case of implementation project we have different phases like project preparation, design, build, and later test. So in that test phase, what are the activities involved? Especially in SAP S4 HANA implementation, we have different types of testings, right? What are that? Testings మనం already చెప్పాం మీకు earlier. So unit testing, first one. Next one is, second one is functional testing. So the third one is, so integration testing. So the next one is, so user acceptance testing. User acceptance testing. And the last one is regression testing also is there. So earlier classes I explained very clearly and I showed you the documents also, and in one CD how we will perform these are all testings and on which team they will perform these testings and all already we discussed earlier very briefly, right? So testing project is also part of implementation project. In implementation project, we have different phases. Out of that, one phase is test phase. So in that test phase, we need to test whether configuration is correctly or not, whether this configuration is matched to business requirement or not. We need to do some testing. So that's project we are called as testing project. And later we can go forward to today concept enhancement project. So this is very important project in real time. What do you mean by enhancement? In name itself, it is the meaning is there. Enhance, enhance. So it means we need to enhance our capabilities. It means so whatever functionalities provided by the SAP, whatever applications provided by the SAP, so we need to enhance that functions and applications. So it means whatever the basic, the standard features provided by the SAP. So based on that standard basis, standard procedure, we need to enhance our systems. And this is like customizing. అంటే ఎస్ఏపిలో ఉన్న ఫీచర్ కంటే కూడా we need to add one more new functionality, right? So this concept we are called as enhancement project. And enhancement project, it's part of implementation. At the same time it's parts of support project, very important. సో చాలా మంది కన్ఫ్యూజ్ అవుతూ ఉంటారు ఎన్హాన్స్మెంట్ ప్రాజెక్ట్ అంటే ఏంటి అది ఇదని. సో సింపుల్ అండి. ఎన్హాన్స్మెంట్ ప్రాజెక్ట్ ఈజ్ నథింగ్ బట్ వీ నీడ్ టు డూ సమ్ కస్టమైజేషన్స్. వాట్ ఎవర్ ఎస్ఏపి ప్రొవైడెడ్ బై ది స్టాండర్డ్ ఫీచర్స్, the business will ask some additional features. So we need to enhance our system. We need to provide that additional features also. So at that time, these scenarios we are called as enhancement project. So enhancement project is also part of implementation. Why? Because at the time of implementation project also enhancements are comes into picture. Why? At the same time, at the time of support projects also enhancements are comes into picture. Then why? That's the question. For example, in implementation, why we are getting this enhancement scenarios? The reason is implementation means we are implementing SAP, right? So we are implementing SAP means our business, whatever existing our business or our client, already they are using some X software. For example, they are using some Oracle finance software, Oracle finance. Okay. Now they are converted into SA